This is the first house that I've bought all on my own. I had purchased a home previously with a partner. This one is all mine. I actually showed it to a couple of clients first. They were kind of figuring things out, looking at houses, not sure what they could compromise on or not. And I wasn't actually looking for a house for myself at that point either. And then I found myself in a situation where I was looking for a new home for just myself and my dog. And I remember looking at it, that it was cute, that the location was pretty nice, it had a great view. So I was kind of surprised, but sometimes the universe does those things. So I wrote my offer. The seller didn't respond to my offer because he was out of the area and he didn't want to do electronic signing. So verbally, it sounded very promising. As soon as my offer came in and he's driving across the 36 to get home, another offer comes in. So I'm now in the same situation as so many of my buyers are, where it's a multiple offer situation, it's kind of a bidding war. And I knew that I put in an offer that was below asking, knowing that the house had been on the market for 6 weeks, so I figured I'd give it a shot. But as soon as the other offer came in, I was like, forget it, I'm not playing games. I know what the market's like, and this is a perfect house for my needs. And that worked out. The seller accepted my offer. So even knowing the projects that this house needs, and it does have some, I knew that the location and the market that we're in made it a good investment to go for. I think there's a couple of changes that I will make once I settle in and have time to tackle them. There's some bigger fish to fry at the moment with structural, pest stuff, electrical. I love the tile countertops. I love the stone floor. I love this peninsula. This peninsula is made out of a reclaimed barn wood. I'm excited. It's kind of a new chapter for me, and entertaining is something that I love to do, but haven't really had much of an opportunity to host in my own space. As a realtor, I'm hosting open houses all the time, and I love to have people over to my office and host seminars in my conference room. But in my own personal home, I haven't really had the space or the freedom to have people over so much. Sit down. Sit. Well, most of it's happening this weekend in here. We're going to take off the floor. There's some subflooring issues, probably just from years of having water and a washer and dryer here, has led to some fungus underneath the house. So we're going to take out the subflooring and some stringer boards, but we're going to go from the top down instead of from the down up, which also means we're going to take out all this vinyl flooring. This is vinyl, even though it matches the kitchen really well. This is a vinyl. I'm going to replace it with a sheet vinyl as well, which is quick and easy, and in a space like this for a washer and dryer makes a lot of sense. So Malcolm, this is kind of going to be Malcolm's space, I'm imagining. And so in addition to fixing up the floor, just the structural stuff in here, also going to change out this window. This is the only single pane aluminum window left in the house. And I can tell, even just last night, this room gets so much colder because of this window. So we're going to change that out. And then we're also going to cut a door right here so I can get in and out of the house from the driveway without going around the whole yard. So I think this will be easier access to bring in groceries. And also, I love the view from this room, so I can see the entire neighborhood. I mentioned I'm up on a hill. Buying my first home made me feel like I have accomplished something that has been a dream of mine since I was a little girl. I remember playing in the fields behind my house and building forts with friends, thinking, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could all just save up and buy a house and like have a house to play in instead of this little fort. Okay, so I'm fully moved in. I have been here almost 10 months now. And the very first thing I started with really was building a fence so that I could bring my dog here to live with me and not have to leave him inside because he really likes to roam. And once I got the fence into place, I started on the house itself. The biggest two projects I did was the deck and re-siding the house. I did actually have to take advantage of my home warranty. Within pretty much the first month of living here, the dishwasher stopped working and had some damage. It wasn't really washing my dishes. So this is something I really love that I did. No regrets at all. I took out the shelving unit that was here, so I lost a little bit of storage, but that was easily fixed by adding some storage to the other wall, and put in this exterior door with a window so I get more light. I have a great view of the entire neighborhood because my house is kind of up on a hill, and I have the access to outside right here instead of having to go out the front door or the slider, which were my only two doors before. So the flow of the house is completely improved, and the views I love. I have a view out this window, out that way, and that way, 360, and it's great. It's my lovely bright yellow door. It's the original door. It's oversized. It would be impossible to replace. Just painted it anyways, bright yellow. Yeah. This staggered shingle was a lot of work for my contractor. He was not too happy about it, but it turned out great. Originally, this deck was a little bit lower, so when you came out the sliders here, you'd have to step down. There was a little stair that wasn't really very secure, but then the other piece is it only went out to about as far as this window, and it was completely enclosed, so there was no way to actually get down into the garden. It was really more of a balcony than a deck, and I wanted something more functional. Plus it was aged, it was a little deteriorated and needed to be replaced regardless. So I thought while I was replacing it, let me improve it. So I raised it up so there's no longer a step down. The footings were re-poured, they're way deeper now. And I used Trex, or the composite, instead of real wood. And that's a personal preference, but it shouldn't deteriorate the way that wood does. It should last a little bit longer. And of course I expanded it all the way to the end of the house and added the staircase down so I can get into the garden right from at Highland Park right there. So I love coming out and spending some time on the deck. I have beautiful sunsets, sunrises. My sunrises from the deck are stunning, and then I have the sunsets from the other side of the house. And it's just a very wonderful place to be. It's a peaceful place while also being very central to everything in my life. So all these bricks were a part of one of the local pulp mills, and it's since been decommissioned. I love this path, and it really makes the house feel so much more solid, just having this wide path from the driveway to the house. It's wonderful to be a homeowner and be able to make all of the decisions I want with decorating, and I was able to get another dog. My puppy is just a little digger, and I understand why landlords maybe don't want people to have pets, but as a homeowner, I get to make that decision and deal with the consequences, and it's well worth it to me. There's so many layers to the benefits of being a homeowner, emotionally, mentally, and financially. The peace of mind that I have being a homeowner, being able to make my own decisions and having that autonomy, in addition to the financial benefits of being a homeowner, I want to help make that a reality for all of my clients.